There are 18 Pokemon types, and with the new Tera type mechanic, also known as terastallization, this brings a whole new swing into competitive team building. And I'm actually quite excited to see what the top VGC players concoct as the main meta. Until then though, here are the top 6 Tera types that I think will always reign supreme when used defensively. But before we get into that, let me quickly explain what Tera types are for anyone who doesn't fully understand them yet. Essentially, each Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet can terastallize, and each Pokemon has a special Tera type. When a Pokemon terastallizes, it will change its type to its special Tera type. These are not specifically set by species, but can vary by Pokemon. So for example, an Eevee you have can have a normal Tera type, while others can have a flying Tera type. You will also need a Tera Orb in order to terastallize, and you will need to recharge the Tera Orb after use by either touching crystals with Terastal energy or by going to the Pokemon Center. In addition to changing the Pokemon's type, you can change how many things work. If the Pokemon uses a move that matches its Tera type or its original types, the move is stronger. If a terastallized Pokemon uses a move that matches its Tera type and its Tera type is the same as one of its original typings, the strength of the move is even higher. That's cool and all, and I'm pretty sure any Tera type can be used offensively, but I think these Tera types can be used defensively the best, and here's why. First up, we have the Flying Tera type. With Flying, you effectively give your Pokemon an immunity to ground types, and seeing the Pokedex, there's a bunch of them. Initially, you might be thinking, oh wow, I just need a Pikachu with a Flying Tera type to win. However, you then end up giving your Pikachu new weaknesses like Ice and Rock types. So this defensive typing doesn't work great on all Pokemon, but instead something like a Magneton would be OP with a Flying Tera type. It gets rid of its weaknesses towards ground types and can still effectively dish out stab damage from its Steel type moves, leaving Ice and Rock types backed into a tiny dark corner. This is going to be the thought process moving forward with Tera types. Which Pokemon can benefit the most, and what principles can we learn about the mechanic before the game even comes out? Next up is the Ground Tera type, and yup, you guessed it, the immunity it gets from electric types makes it a phenomenal defensive Tera type. Pokemon such as Gyarados can really take advantage by getting rid of their ×4 weakness, while also being able to boost moves such as Earthquake. Honestly, Gyarados seems like a very scary Terramon in the upcoming meta. Speaking of scary, let's talk about the Ghost Tera type. Man, there seems to be a theme here because this one also gives you an immunity to not one but 2 types, normal and fighting types. So giving something like a Weavile or T-Tar a Ghost Tera type could be really effective defensively, allowing you more turns to shift the battle in your favor. But we can't talk about a Ghost Tera type without talking about the Fighting Tera type. This one is pretty niche though, but I think Pokemon such as Mimikyu could benefit the most from a Fighting Tera type, giving it an offensive option for potential Steel type enemies. Speaking of Steel types, the Steel Tera type makes for one of, if not the best defensive typings with 10 types resisted. Oh, and you thought we were done, but it also gains an immunity to poison types. So there's that too. This one is going to be great for already tanky Mons, I'd imagine, to add even more bulk through their resistance. Pokemon like Azumarill are sure to do great with this Tera typing. Now, last but not least, we got the Dark Tera typing, giving an immunity to Psychic types. I was going back and forth on this one, trying to figure out if fighting types or poison types would benefit the most from this, and decided that poison type Pokemon would. They would effectively get rid of their weaknesses towards psychic types while also being able to combat fairy types with poison moves. No clear winners in this category, but I think something like Gengar or Toxtricity could be great. Anyway, that's our review of the top 6 defensive Tera types for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let us know in the comments what you think about the Tera types and which Pokemon you're excited to terastallize. Anyways, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet content here on the channel. Until next time, take care, trainers. Is beautiful.